Hey everybody, it's Dalton. I'm throwing a little drop shot here. I'll show you guys a cool little drop shot bait. When you have a lot of small bait fish, some lakes, a lot of lakes have shad, some lakes don't have shad. But whatever your little bait that they're feeding on or whatever, this is a cool little bait right here. Really looks like a little bait fish in the water. And just nose hook it. You'd be surprised how many bites you'll get on this. There he is. Well, they really like this drop shot. Got a bunch of them going under the boat. Fishing from the back of the boat. There's a bay over here. They're running right down the middle of this bay. There we go. Nice little chunky guy on a drop shot. So basically where I'm fishing right now, I've got some docks in the area and they're not really hitting around the docks. So I have steep bank over here, steep bank over here, which tells me this water goes like this. And right down the middle here, it's like a little bait channel. And they're just chasing that bait. I'm using this little bait imitating plastic. And I tell you what, every cast, I'm getting hit with this thing. Sometimes you feel the bite and sometimes you just feel a little bit of weight. And all I do is just reel. I'm reel setting these guys, really easy hook sets. No reason to use the home run hook set. Real simple hook set will get the job done. Just a little Gamakatsu drop shot hook. And I tell you what, it works. So let me show you this bait, guys. It's a excellent little bait. Let me grab one. So you've probably used these before. It's just a fluke. It's a Zoom tiny fluke. And the color of this one is albino. Perfect for a bait fish type color. And when you look at this thing, I mean, you can tell why they're going to hit this. I mean, it's just a realistic looking little bait. I'm using a little size 1 Gamakatsu Aaron Martin's drop shot hook. I've got a 1/4 ounce little round ball lead weight on there. I'm not using tungsten. When I'm using this heavy of a weight, I can feel the bottom just fine. Now, if I want to change the weight, I always put one of these little swivels on. Makes it a little bit easier, and I'm running on 8-pound test line. And what I do with these things when I rig them is I just nose hook them. To me, it gives this bait the most action. And look at that. Really simple. And what I'm doing is just bringing it along the bottom really, really slow. I want the weight to have contact the entire time. I'm pitching or casting it out, and all I'm doing is just slightly moving my rod tip like this, bringing the bait back to me, holding my rod tip high so I feel that bite. And the hook sets are almost 100% on this, so it's a great little bait, I tell you. It's a fun bait in the fall. One of the ways that I locate bass in the fall, in fact, honestly, guys, it is the primary way. I look for places like this. Like I said, I've got these steep banks coming in on all sides with this opening here. So these bass are literally coming in here. Reason being, they're trapping fish. So to me, finding bass in the fall can get tricky. But one of the primary ways for me is look for any area where I think they can trap those bait fish. It could be against a bluff wall, off a point. It could be a flat, shallow water. It could be a steep banks like this with kind of a, I don't know, maybe like a ditch in the middle. And they're trapping the bait back here and feeding up on them. And that's how I find my fish in the fall. Just right off the outside edge of that dock, there was a little shade line, and that's where he was. Man, I love it when fishing's like this. Just as soon as it hit the bottom, I didn't even have to set the hook. He just took off with it. It's always good when they set their own hook. Now, this thing wanted it. He took it hard. They're just stacked on this dock. I fished this dock just the other day, nothing. And now they're stacked on this dock. That's fall fishing, right? They're gonna go wherever the bait goes. They're just gonna move around. Come here, you. Come here, buddy. Open that mouth. There you go. All right. Chunky spot. Well, I tell you, you know you got it bad when you look at these things and they're just beautiful, right? Give them a kiss. Let them go. So guys, I got out here this morning, a little bit later, I'd say around 7:30. And there was an area where I just saw a lot of fish, but I threw a lipless at them, a small spinner bait, a little Z-Man spinner bait. I threw a top water, they didn't want anything to do with it. So I get over to this docks back in the corner. I was hitting them with a wacky rig real good, Yamamoto wacky rig. And then I come back here and I see a lot of flickering on the water. So I know they're back here. I know they're trapping these fish back here. This is a great ambush area. I come over to this dock and it's just been one after another. So always pay attention to those isolated docks because sometimes they can be the best. Well, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I enjoy doing these videos. I enjoy meeting you guys out here. It's just a lot of fun for me. If you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it if you would. Thank you again. And I'll talk to you next time.